Divided We Stand, the globalist scheme for a one-world government. Written by Colonel Robert Lee McGinnis. Narrated by Tony Bottoms. Preface. A house divided against itself cannot stand. Abraham Lincoln, 16th President of the United States. Is America at a breaking point thanks to widespread division? And as a result, can we no longer take our nation for granted? Today, America is incredibly divided, much more than perhaps at its beginnings, and especially at the time just prior to our Civil War, 1861 to 1865. We've somehow forgotten the beauty of the American experiment, that every one of us, regardless of our race, ethnicity, sex, religion, or ideological background, has a place in these United States. That was the vision our founders had and why they gave us our Constitution and the Bill of Rights, and advocated for political pluralism, which meant we each have an obligation to fight for others, especially the little guy, to enjoy the same rights of conscience and speech. Consider our founders' wisdom about the threat of division. In 1787, founder James Madison wrote the 10th of the Federalist Papers, one of a series of essays first penned by founder Alexander Hamilton that argues for the ratification of the United States Constitution. Madison's essay titled Publius, Federalist Number 10, is among the most highly regarded of all American political writings. His paper directly addresses the subject of faction or political division and offers a solution. Madison warns in Publius about the challenge of the violence of faction or division. He argues that there are two methods of currying the mischief of faction, the one by removing its causes, the other by controlling its effects. Those cures are polar opposite. Either we destroy liberty, which is essential to our republic's existence, or we destroy the other by giving to every citizen the same opinions, the same passions, and the same interests. Therefore, Madison concludes, division is overcome in a democratic republic by protecting civil liberties with the increased variety of parties, pluralism, compromise within the Union, which increases this security. Founder George Washington obliquely addressed the problem of division by encouraging early Americans to understand and accept our differences, a view similar to Madison's call for more pluralism. After all, one of Washington's favorite Bible verses was Micah chapter 4, verse 4, which he used frequently in his writings. In particular, the father of our nation often quoted, "But they shall all sit under their own vines and under their own fig trees, and no one shall make them afraid." Certainly, Washington's use of the phrase vine and fig tree fits the troubled era of the American Revolution and the founding of the country. In fact, he used the phrase in connection with a call for tolerance of immigration, a reference found in that 1787 issue of the New York Journal, which alluded to the idea of the oppressed citizens of other nations having a place to come for refuge, the newly established United States. Perhaps Washington's best-known use of the phrase vine and fig tree is found in a letter to the Hebrew congregation in Newport, Rhode Island. In that letter, President Washington proclaimed, "May the children of the stock of Abraham who dwell in this land continue to merit and enjoy the goodwill of the other inhabitants, while everyone shall sit in safety under his own vine and fig tree, and there shall be none to make him afraid." Here, Washington invokes Micah chapter 4, verse 4, and adds, "none to make him afraid," an effort evidently to reinforce his ecumenical leanings and tolerance for our differences.